Welcome, dear ones. Today, let's take a moment to connect deeply with ourselves, to open our hearts, and to explore the incredible power we each hold within. Yes, we are here to talk about setbacks. Those moments that, at first, may feel like they are breaking us, tearing at our hearts, or holding us back from the life we desire. But what if, instead of seeing these setbacks as the end, we see them as opportunities? Opportunities to rise, to grow, and to shine in ways we never thought possible? Let's delve deeply into reframe setbacks as stepping stones for growth. This principle lies at the heart of resilience and empowerment, inviting us to shift our perspective on challenges and failures. When setbacks occur, they often feel like barriers, obstacles that hold us back and keep us from moving forward. But what if, instead, we viewed them as essential parts of our journey, as experiences that help us grow, learn, and become stronger? This reframing is powerful because it not only changes how we view our past, but also reshapes how we approach future challenges. Instead of fearing setbacks, we can begin to see them as opportunities to learn, adapt, and become wiser. Imagine your journey as a path through a vast, beautiful landscape. Along the way, you encounter hills and valleys, rivers and forests, each with their own beauty and challenges. Sometimes you find yourself walking along a smooth, easy path where progress feels effortless. Other times, however, you might come across rocky terrain, steep inclines, or difficult weather. These difficult moments are like setbacks. They slow us down, require extra effort, and sometimes even make us consider giving up. But as challenging as these moments are, they are also the ones that build our strength and endurance. Without the uphill climbs, we wouldn't build the muscles or resilience we need for the journey. In the same way, setbacks in life help us grow, adapt, and prepare for even greater challenges and achievements. When we face setbacks, our immediate reaction might be to feel disappointment, frustration, or even shame. We might wonder why things didn't go as planned, question our abilities, or feel as though we failed. But setbacks, in their very nature, are part of any meaningful journey. No one achieves anything significant without facing challenges along the way. If we look closely, we'll see that the most inspiring stories of success are often filled with moments of failure and perseverance. It's not about avoiding setbacks, it's about how we respond to them, how we use them to propel ourselves forward. Reframing setbacks as stepping stones begins with changing our mindset. Instead of seeing each challenge as something that holds us back, we can start to see it as a building block in our journey. When we adopt this mindset, setbacks lose their power to discourage us. They become part of our story, part of what makes us who we are. By viewing them as steps toward growth, we transform them from negative experiences into valuable lessons. This shift in perspective allows us to embrace challenges with a sense of curiosity rather than fear or frustration. We begin to ask ourselves, what can I learn from this? How can this experience make me stronger or more capable? Each setback, each moment of struggle, carries a lesson. These lessons might not be immediately obvious, and sometimes they only reveal themselves in hindsight. But when we reflect on our challenges, we can often see the areas where we grew, the skills we developed, and the insights we gained. Setbacks teach us about our own resilience, showing us that we are capable of enduring hardship and coming out on the other side. They teach us patience, humility, and perseverance. They reveal strengths we didn't know we had and help us discover what truly matters to us. In this way, setbacks become some of our greatest teachers, shaping us into more resilient, empathetic, and capable individuals. Consider some of the most successful people throughout history. Their paths were rarely straight or easy. They faced countless setbacks, rejections, and failures. But rather than letting these experiences define them, they used them as fuel to keep going. Each setback became a stepping stone, a moment that helped them learn and grow. Thomas Edison, for example, famously failed thousands of times before successfully inventing the light bulb. When asked about his many failures, he replied that he hadn't failed, he had simply found thousands of ways that didn't work. His setbacks were not failures, they were stepping stones, each one bringing him closer to his goal. This approach to setbacks can be applied to all aspects of life, whether it's our career, relationships, personal goals, or creative endeavors. Each time we face a setback, we have a choice. We can see it as an insurmountable obstacle, or we can view it as an opportunity for growth. This choice is empowering because it puts us back in control. Instead of being at the mercy of our circumstances, we become active participants in our own journey. We recognize that while we may not be able to control what happens to us, we can control how we respond. Reframing setbacks also involves self-compassion. When we experience failure or disappointment, it's natural to feel down on ourselves. We might criticize ourselves, feel ashamed, or wonder if we're simply not good enough. But self-compassion reminds us that setbacks are a universal part of the human experience. Everyone faces challenges, everyone makes mistakes. By treating ourselves with kindness and understanding, we allow ourselves to learn from our experiences without the added burden of self-criticism. This self-compassion creates a supportive inner environment where we feel safe to take risks, try new things, and keep moving forward, even when things don't go as planned. One of the most powerful aspects of seeing setbacks as stepping stones is the sense of resilience it builds. Each time we encounter a setback and choose to learn from it, we strengthen our ability to bounce back. We begin to see ourselves as resilient individuals, capable of facing challenges and overcoming obstacles. This resilience becomes a source of confidence, a reminder that no matter what happens, we have the inner strength to persevere. With each setback, we add to our toolkit of coping skills, building a foundation of inner strength that supports us in all areas of life. Resilience isn't just about surviving setbacks, it's about thriving in spite of them. It's about knowing that every experience, even the difficult ones, contributes to our growth. When we view setbacks as stepping stones, we begin to trust in the process, to have faith that each challenge is shaping us into the person we are meant to become. This trust allows us to face challenges with a sense of peace, knowing that even if the path is difficult, it is leading us somewhere meaningful. Furthermore, viewing setbacks as opportunities for growth fosters a growth mindset. A growth mindset is the belief that our abilities, intelligence, and talents can be developed through dedication and hard work. People with a growth mindset see challenges as opportunities to improve, while those with a fixed mindset see them as threats to their self-worth. By cultivating a growth mindset, we train ourselves to embrace challenges, to see failure as a natural part of the learning process, and to view setbacks as temporary and manageable. This mindset empowers us to keep striving, keep learning, and keep growing, no matter what obstacles come our way. Imagine a life where setbacks no longer hold you back. Instead of fearing failure, you welcome it as a chance to learn and grow. You approach each challenge with curiosity, asking yourself, what can I gain from this experience? This perspective allows you to move forward with confidence, knowing that each step, whether it's a success or a setback, is bringing you closer to your goals. You begin to see yourself as a resilient, adaptable, and capable individual, someone who can navigate life's ups and downs with grace and determination. In conclusion, reframing setbacks as stepping stones for growth is a transformative approach that empowers us to live with resilience, courage, and optimism. It allows us to see challenges not as barriers but as opportunities, not as failures but as part of our journey. By embracing this perspective, we give ourselves the freedom to pursue our dreams without fear, knowing that no matter what happens, each experience is shaping us into the person we are meant to become. We learn to trust the journey, to have faith in our own resilience, and to approach life with a sense of curiosity and wonder. In this way, setbacks become some of our greatest allies, guiding us toward growth, self-discovery, and a deeper sense of purpose. Let's explore embrace self-compassion and self-belief in depth, a theme that speaks to the heart of what it means to journey through life with kindness toward ourselves, especially in the face of challenges. When we talk about self-compassion, it's more than just a fleeting feeling of comfort. It's an active practice, an ongoing commitment to treat ourselves with care and understanding. Combined with self-belief, self-compassion creates a powerful foundation that allows us to face setbacks with resilience, to navigate difficult moments without succumbing to self-criticism, and to emerge stronger and more grounded in who we are. Life, as beautiful as it can be, is full of moments that test our strength and resilience. Whether it's a personal loss, a missed opportunity, or a failed endeavor, setbacks can be incredibly painful. They can shake us, bringing up feelings of shame, guilt, or doubt. In these moments, our natural reaction might be to turn inward with criticism, to judge ourselves harshly, or to feel that we're not enough. But imagine, instead, if we responded to ourselves with the same kindness we would show a friend. Imagine telling yourself it's okay, you're doing the best you can, and that's enough. This is the essence of self-compassion. Self-compassion is a gentle, forgiving approach to self-care that reminds us we are worthy of love and understanding, even in our moments of perceived failure. It's acknowledging that setbacks are a part of life and that they don't diminish our value or potential. When we practice self-compassion, we create a safe space within ourselves, a space where we can heal, reflect, and grow without the added burden of harsh self-judgment. This doesn't mean ignoring our mistakes or avoiding accountability. Rather, it means understanding that we are human, that we are allowed to stumble, and that each setback is a learning opportunity rather than a final judgment on our worth. The practice of self-compassion involves recognizing our shared humanity. Everyone experiences difficulties. Everyone has moments of doubt and insecurity. By embracing this truth, we can start to see setbacks as a normal part of the human experience, not as evidence of our own inadequacy. When we stop seeing ourselves as uniquely flawed, we allow ourselves to feel connected to others. This connection is incredibly healing, as it reminds us that we are not alone in our struggles and that setbacks don't define us, they simply shape us. Self-compassion can be transformative, but it's often easier said than done. Many of us have been conditioned to believe that self-criticism is necessary for growth, that being hard on ourselves is the only way to improve. We might think that by punishing ourselves for our mistakes, we're somehow making ourselves better. But research and personal experience alike show that self-compassion is far more effective. When we approach ourselves with kindness, we're more likely to learn from our mistakes, to make positive changes, and to cultivate a healthier, more sustainable sense of motivation. Imagine you're working on a project that didn't turn out as expected. The critical part of you might say, "You failed because you're not good enough. You should have done better." This kind of self-talk is not only damaging, but it also doesn't lead to growth. It traps you in a cycle of shame and self-doubt, making it harder to learn from the experience. Now, imagine approaching the situation with self-compassion. Instead of berating yourself, you might say, "This didn't work out as planned, but that doesn't mean I'm a failure. What can I learn from this? How can I do things differently next time?" By shifting your self-talk to one of kindness and curiosity, you open yourself up to growth and improvement. Self-compassion is also deeply connected to self-belief, the understanding that we are capable, resilient, and worthy of pursuing our dreams. When we believe in ourselves, we're more likely to take risks, to try new things, and to persevere even when things get tough. Self-belief isn't about thinking we're perfect or infallible. Rather, It's about trusting that we have the resources within us to face whatever comes our way. It's about believing that no matter how many times we fall, we can always get back up. Building self-belief is a process. It requires us to let go of limiting beliefs and to challenge the negative narratives we may have internalized over the years. Often, our self-doubt comes from past experiences or the opinions of others. Maybe someone told us we weren't good enough, and we started to believe it. Or maybe we faced a series of setbacks that left us questioning our abilities. But self-belief means choosing to rewrite those stories. It means telling ourselves, I am capable, I am strong, I am worthy. It's about giving ourselves permission to dream big, to pursue our goals, and to trust in our own abilities, even if others don't see our potential. Combining self-compassion with self-belief creates a powerful synergy. Self-compassion gives us the emotional support we need when we face setbacks, while self-belief gives us the courage to keep moving forward. Together, they form a foundation of resilience that allows us to navigate life's challenges without losing sight of our worth or our potential. When we practice self-compassion and self-belief, we are saying to ourselves, I am here for you. I believe in you. No matter what happens, I will continue to support you. This internal dialogue becomes a source of strength, a well of inner support that we can draw from in times of need. To truly embrace self-compassion and self-belief, we must practice them regularly. This can involve simple acts, like speaking kindly to ourselves, forgiving ourselves for past mistakes, and celebrating our small victories. It might mean setting aside time each day to reflect on our strengths, to acknowledge our progress, and to remind ourselves that we are doing our best. Over time, these practices become habits, ingrained ways of thinking that reinforce our sense of self-worth. Another important aspect of self-compassion and self-belief is understanding that setbacks do not define us. It's easy to get caught up in the idea that one failure is a reflection of our entire identity, but this simply isn't true. Each experience, whether it's a success or a setback, is just a part of our journey. It doesn't capture the entirety of who we are. By approaching ourselves with compassion, we allow ourselves to let go of the need for perfection and to embrace the beauty of being human, flawed, yes, but also resilient, adaptable, and endlessly capable. There will always be moments when self-doubt creeps in, when old patterns of self-criticism try to reassert themselves. In these moments, self-compassion becomes a gentle reminder that we don't have to be perfect to be worthy, and self-belief becomes a quiet assurance that we are capable of facing whatever comes our way. By returning to these practices, we build a strong, enduring foundation that supports us even in the most challenging times. Ultimately, embracing self-compassion and self-belief is an act of self-love. It's a commitment to ourselves, a promise that we will treat ourselves with kindness and respect, no matter what. And as we continue to nurture these qualities within ourselves, we find that we are better equipped to pursue our dreams, to face our fears, and to create a life that is aligned with our deepest values and aspirations. Let's dive deeply into set a vision for your comeback and take consistent action. This concept isn't merely about bouncing back from challenges, it's about crafting a compelling vision for our future and following through with steady, intentional actions that move us closer to our goals. It's about understanding that true transformation comes from a blend of imagination and persistence, from dreaming big, but also taking real, grounded steps every single day. We all face setbacks, moments that can seem insurmountable, times when our confidence is shaken and our plans feel derailed, yet these moments hold within them an invitation. They ask us not only to recover from the setback itself, but to consider what we truly want from life and how we might create a comeback that's more meaningful, more aligned with who we are, and more resilient than ever before. Creating a vision for our comeback isn't simply about regaining lost ground, It's about envisioning a new destination that excites and motivates us, a direction that draws out our full potential. Setting a vision begins with clarity. When we experience a setback, our minds are often filled with doubts, uncertainties, and what-ifs. But to truly rise above these challenges, we need to pause, reflect, and ask ourselves some key questions. What do I truly want to achieve? What are the values and passions that drive me? Who do I want to become through this experience? By reflecting deeply, we can start to see past the immediate pain of the setback and connect with a larger purpose. This is what gives us the resilience to continue. A compelling vision, born from our deepest desires and highest aspirations, can serve as a beacon, a reminder of what we are working toward, even on days when progress seems slow or difficult. Creating a vision for our comeback isn't just about setting a lofty goal, it's about imagining, in vivid detail, the kind of life we want to live and the person we want to become. When we visualize our comeback, we aren't just creating a mental picture of success, we are also building an emotional connection to that future. This connection makes the vision real, tangible, and alive in our hearts. It fuels our motivation, reminding us why we are doing the work. The clearer and more detailed our vision, the more motivated we will feel to take the steps needed to make it a reality. Once we have that vision, the next step is to break it down into actionable goals. A large vision can be inspiring, but without a plan, it can also feel overwhelming. For a comeback to be sustainable, we need to translate our big dreams into smaller, manageable steps. Each step becomes a part of our journey, a part of the process that moves us closer to our ultimate goal. These smaller steps are our roadmap, our guide to how we'll move from where we are now to where we want to be. By focusing on these incremental steps, we make the journey more manageable, more achievable, and ultimately more rewarding. When we set smaller goals, we give ourselves the opportunity to experience a series of small wins. These wins are essential because they build our confidence and momentum. Each time we achieve a goal, no matter how small, we remind ourselves of our capability and strength. Each success, however minor it may seem, reinforces our belief that we are on the right path, that our comeback is not only possible but actively taking shape. And in the moments when progress feels slow or setbacks reappear, we can look back on these small victories as proof of our resilience and ability. Taking consistent action is the fuel that turns our vision into reality. Consistency is key. It's not about making a grand gesture once or twice. It's about showing up every day, doing the work, even when it feels hard, even when the progress seems invisible. Consistency builds habits, and habits are the foundation of transformation. When we make small efforts each day, they accumulate, creating a momentum that propels us forward. This momentum is what allows us to push through the days when motivation wanes, when we feel tired, or when doubt tries to creep in. Consistency also helps us build resilience. Each day that we commit to our goals, we're training ourselves to be stronger, to be more disciplined, and to trust the process. Consistent action teaches us that we don't need to be perfect to make progress, we only need to keep going. It's the small daily actions that build up over time and ultimately create lasting change. By taking these consistent steps, we learn to rely on our own effort rather than waiting for inspiration or luck. We cultivate the habit of showing up, knowing that each step, however small, is moving us closer to the vision we've set for ourselves. An essential part of taking consistent action is also embracing flexibility. Setbacks are unpredictable sometimes. Even our best-laid plans need adjustment. Flexibility allows us to adapt, to reassess our goals and methods without losing sight of our vision. When we're flexible, we become open to new solutions and new perspectives. We're able to see that a roadblock doesn't mean the end of our journey, it simply means we need to find another way. This adaptability is crucial. because it prevents us from feeling discouraged when things don't go exactly as planned. Instead, we can pivot, adjust our approach, and continue moving forward. Alongside consistency and flexibility, patience is another vital element. Real change doesn't happen overnight, and meaningful comebacks require time. There will be days when progress feels slow or invisible, when we question whether we're moving in the right direction. But patience reminds us that growth is a gradual process. It teaches us to trust in our efforts, to have faith that each small action is contributing to something greater. By cultivating patience, we allow ourselves to stay committed to our vision without feeling rushed or pressured. We understand that setbacks and challenges are part of the journey and that true transformation happens over time, not in a single leap. Another powerful tool for setting a vision and taking action is to regularly review and refine our goals. Reflection helps us stay connected to our vision and make any necessary adjustments along the way. By taking the time to evaluate our progress, we can see what's working and what isn't. This reflection process allows us to celebrate our achievements, recognize our growth, and adjust our strategies to better align with our goals. It's a way to ensure that we're not just busy, but that we're truly making progress toward our comeback. A supportive environment is also crucial to sustaining our comeback journey. Surrounding ourselves with people who uplift us, who encourage our vision, and who believe in our potential can make a world of difference. When we have people in our lives who understand our goals, they can provide support on the days when we need it most. They can remind us of our vision, help us stay accountable, and celebrate our successes along the way. Building a network of support gives us a source of strength, encouragement, and inspiration that can sustain us during challenging times. In addition to external support, it's also important to cultivate a positive inner dialogue. The way we talk to ourselves shapes our motivation, our resilience, and our ability to persevere. By fostering a mindset that encourages growth and self-belief, we empower ourselves to stay committed to our vision. This inner dialogue is the voice that reminds us, you can do this, you are capable. Keep going. It's a constant, affirming presence that helps us stay grounded in our purpose. Ultimately, setting a vision for our comeback and taking consistent action is about believing in our capacity for transformation. It's about knowing that, no matter the setback, we have the power to create a new path for ourselves. We are not defined by our past or by any single failure. We are defined by our resilience, our commitment to growth, and our willingness to take steps forward. By holding a clear vision of our goals and making the choice to work toward them each day, we become the architects of our own lives. Our setbacks become the foundation for our comeback, and our journey becomes a testament to our strength, courage, and unwavering dedication. Every step, every action, every decision we make in pursuit of our comeback reinforces the truth that we are capable of creating a life that reflects our highest potential. This journey is not always easy, and there will be moments of doubt and struggle. But by setting a vision, breaking it down into actionable steps, and showing up every day, we prove to ourselves that we are stronger than any setback, and that a meaningful comeback is always within our reach.